Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Adam and Steve, not
Adam and Eve,
the podcast where we bite the apple. So, Adam, what is the tea?
you know what? I'm going to flip the script and ask you what the tea is. So I can do a spin-off of yours, and I don't have to be the first one.
Well, I don't really have a lot going on. I'm getting ready for my trip to Texas to see my family tomorrow.
Oh my God, no way. I'm going too.
I heard. Yeah. So when this airs, though, we will have gone and come back, right?
Yeah. I just tagged along to your trip.
Yeah, but you know what? It's been so long since I've seen my family. I think it's been like 2 years because, COVID and all that shit. And, we couldn't travel. So it's going to be a quick trip, but I'm really excited. And it's like, you're going to be there. Well, you fly into Austin, but you're going to come to San Antonio. Yeah. And then my friend Josh is going to be there. And I get to see other friends and, my family, of course.
And I can't wait to meet your mama.
I know. She's so excited.
Yep.
So, other than that, I'm good.
That's good.
Like a couple of days off of work is not bad.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. I don't know. So you, other than Texas?
That's it. That's my random thing that I've been looking forward to that like I said, tagged along to your trip. So
yeah,
it'll be fun.
It will be fun. It's going to be kind of weird to fly though, because I've been flown in over almost 2 years.
Yeah.
When we came back from the cruise, that one time was the last time I flew.
Yeah.
From Miami.
A minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I went on Southwest during the pandemic, but it was like middle seats were open, so it really wasn't that bad.
I wish that was the case all the time because I do not like sitting next to people.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I really not. I look at people crazy when they sit next next to me because I'm like, especially when, you get on the plane and the seat next to you is open and you're like, oh my God, like as time ticks, nobody sat there. Mm-hmm. And then sure enough, at the last minute.
Can you scoot out?
Yep, here comes Susie sitting right next to me.
She's got all her snacks.
So anyway,
by the way, we have a guest.
Yes, let's.
I was wondering.
I know. Sorry. Sometimes we just kind of keep talking, and then we were like, "Oh,
what am I, the audience here? I thought I was a guest."
Yeah, this is a live show.
Am I supposed to clap?
Well, I guess next time I have a little clapping.
Yes.
Well, why don't you introduce our guest, Adam?
We have Miss Josh.
Josh.
Is that the best you could do? Yeah. All the time you had to plan for this, and you came up with Josh.
Stephen made me do it.
It's Josh Hallquist.
So that's why I said that, because I couldn't remember how to pronounce his name, actually. I'm like, Miss Josh.
Do you know? Here's a fun side story. I was known as Cookie for
Oh, I do know this.
Years of my life. So much so that some people didn't even know my real name.
Why? Why Cookie?
I think you should go by that.
I know. I
think you should go by Cookie?
That. Because I kind of
you can call me Cookie. A lot of people did.
I like it.
Long story involving a guy I dated who I talked into leaving a wedding early. I was at home.
So you could get some cookies.
No, well, he was at the dessert bar, which was a cookie ice cream sandwich bar. And I asked him to steal cookies for me. And bring them to me.
And then people found out.
Yeah, actually, his friends busted him while he was leaving, and they were like, "Why do you have all these cookies?"
And now,
you do that often.
Cookie,
because at the pool party, you had that dessert that you left.
Yeah,
you had like a cupcake.
There was a cupcake. Remember?
Oh yeah, I want that cupcake. I forgot about that.
I was gonna bring it to you, but then I forgot, and then I was like, no.
Yeah, it was probably for the best.
Yeah. But anyways, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we're trying to recall how we first met.
Yeah.
Right? Because we should do that.
Yeah. So, where are you from?
I'm Josh. I live here in LA, West Hollywood, have for 3 or 4 years. I grew up in Portland, Oregon. My hobbies include reading,
long walks on
reading Twitter.
Right.
If I'm being honest, there's no real hobbies these days. It's pretty much Twitter, gym,
and going out with us.
Yeah. Going to the club.
Going to the club. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I guess we met you through Tom and Yuri. I would have. Mm-hmm. That's the only, right?
I'm pretty sure at a party, a circuit party.
Yeah, I think it was like at a party, like on the dance floor or something.
I'm like, oh, hey. And then I thought like Josh hated me forever. And then one day I was like,
well, I did.
Just kidding. Right. He's like, you actually thought right.
Like,
good instinct.
You were right, ma'am.
No, I actually fell in love with him when I told him that he didn't like me forever, and then he's like, I think you're just thinking about it too much. And then I was like, okay, I like that. That's a real answer.
Yeah.
So
Josh is fun. He always has funny things to say out of the blue.
I'm a pretty strange person that masquerades as a normal person. So people are pretty surprised when I say something that's funny. Actually just me. They're like, that's a weird thing to say.
Right. No, that's me.
Yeah. You're like, no, that's just who I am. Love it. Why don't you? I don't know. It's just really, I always have a problem kind of remembering where I met people a lot. Cause
I always do.
Right? Because it was so organic with you. Like, well, maybe not at first because you didn't look at him. But
there was that tension.
There was a tension in the room every time I walked in.
I don't want to go if Adam's going.
God.
But if Steven's there, I'll do it.
You're like, So I don't know. So yeah, it's always hard to like try to remember where you met people, but we need to do that more often when we have guests on because it's kind of
it's probably just going to be a party. Every answer,
Probably
a party or grinder. I mean, you're a grinder.
Oh, it was the grinder party.
I'm still here from last night. We met.
Yeah, remember you said you want to come on my show.
My phone's dead. That's why I can't leave.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, if it was a grinder hookup, that would have been over fast. Like, you got to go. I got to work early in the morning.
You said you had 2 days off.
Right. You know those grinder excuses. You know, you're like, well, if I didn't have to get up early, I sure would let you stay over.
Busy, so busy.
I would be about it.
Work is crazy right now.
We're not even going to talk about work. That's the one thing I'm going to talk about.
Oh, for sure. I wasn't saying we should. That's just a good excuse.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I got triggered.
You got real triggered. We are not talking about work.
We were still talking about hookups.
I got so triggered. Okay, that went over my head a little bit. So you can tell what kind of day or week or whatever I've been having. Anyways,
should we sing the Days of the Week song?
Oh, God.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So Josh doesn't like this song by Kylie Minogue on her disco album that we all love. And
called the Monday Blues.
Yeah, and we all love that song, and he doesn't like it. I still think that you need to reevaluate the song.
As I have told these two, it just feels like they needed one more song on that record. And they were like, what are we going to do? And she was like, I don't know. How about just
name the days of the week?
Like just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You know what?
And then they put it to a little
fun song.
Melody and
Days of the Week song.
Now it's apparently your favorite song.
Always fun. But anyways.
So what are we talking about today?
I know. It's like, so while we're like
we're just babbling
let's tell you so first of all, we're going to tell you guys what we're talking about. But when we were thinking about having Josh on the show, this was not what we thought we'd have him on for. So,
but it actually is very fitting.
But here's a little hint.
I feel like that's going to scare the shit out of people.
I know, that's so dramatic too. So we're talking about like UFOs, aliens, other beings.
What did you say?
UFOs.
What did you call it earlier, Josh?
Unidentified faggy object.
I mean, it's a little different than what we normally talk about.
People are like, what?
What? Did she just say fag?
Right. But we thought, why not?
Why not? I feel like it's okay, so this all came up for it always comes up when we go to Palm Springs. Yeah. And we were, Josh actually didn't happen to be there at this moment.
You weren't there at that moment.
Unfortunately, right? I wish to God I was. I know. Keep going.
But we were talking, you're kind of outside sitting in the pool or the hot tub or whatever it is, and you look up at the stars and space just kind of starts, I feel like it's always a conversation that happens when we're out there.
It's in Palm Springs all the time because it's so clear and you can actually see the stars.
Yeah.
So we start trying to act like we know what the constellations are. We're like, looked.
Oh, Cassiopeia girl.
Is that the Big Dipper? You're like, bitch, you don't even know.
I feel like I know the Big Dipper.
I'm just saying in general.
I don't know. I could be that person that thinks I know the Big Dipper, but I actually don't know the Big
really
Dipper.
know.
That's the easiest one.
Well, but it's like there's a.
But then sometimes don't you always like look at another part of the sky? You're like, well, I don't know. That kind of looks like it could be the Big Dipper.
But then, but like, who had the
That's a
time?
treat.
It's like, who even had the time to come up with the
here.
constellations, though? Like, somebody was like, you know what?
I'm gonna make this looks like a lion.
Right.
You know?
I'm just
I
gonna
feel
name
like
it.
if you connect the dots
It's
in a
lion.
very confusing way,
Right.
it comes out as a fucking giraffe.
Right. You're like, that's what it is. I'm going to name this. Yeah. So, I don't know. So, that's how it started, right? We were looking at the stars. We were just like, it's so clear. You can see the stars. And then inevitably, we start talking about, do you think we're the only beings?
And then we told Josh about that discussion, and we had a whole nother discussion on it. And now we're talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of like something that nobody really talks about much, because I feel like, I mean, like some people do, but it's not like you like have a random conversation about like aliens, you know?
Okay, here's the thing. I love to bring this up because for a very specific reason. I think anyone who's like, I love alien shit is immediately cool. Because it's like, it's in part imaginative and in part scientific, because it's like you can imagine that you're not the only thing out there, but it's also scientific because like everything we know from astronomy is that there's just no way we're alone.
Yeah,
there's definitely
There's no
tons of
way.
other
I
worlds
mean,
out there.
we can't possibly be.
It's like space is infinite. So
Yeah.
it's like, which is like a whole nother thing, you know, on top
Right.
of it. But like, there's no way there's another galaxy with another planet that is like Earth. Like,
Or not.
but like in order to sustain life, or like maybe life's totally different.
could be
there.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't need all the things that we need. So it's just like, it's a crazy topic. And I think it's super interesting.
But then there's a lot of people that.
Oh, yeah. And then Josh read sorry to interrupt. There was an article.
Oh, yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is I'm the special correspondent.
He's going to
here.
read a 10-page article. So
Right.
now everybody
Settle
get
in.
ready. Just kidding.
Breaking news. No, so when we were talking about this the other night, I was reading this piece. I just happened to be reading it. This was April 17th.
Which is my birthday.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. This is you,
Her
alien
30th
bitch.
birthday.
Okay, George.
From CBS News. And it was about the Department of Defense has established the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. Need a little bit of a better marketing name on that, but to study videos like these, and then they show this video and other unexplained sightings. They said the task force has included these incidents in the ongoing examinations. And then there's a photo of, as you can see, I'm gesturing to Adam.
Yeah, he's showing us.
Even here,
We'll post it.
Right, yeah,
what we're
we'll
talking
post
about.
it.
this photo that emerged online, and it was taken by U.S. Navy personnel. And what is weird about it is that they said the object remains stationary in high winds with no movement beyond the capability of known balloons or drones. And a spokesman for the task force said that the sightings occur on a frequent basis in different areas of the country, in different areas of the world.
That's
is so
interesting.
wild.
So I feel like this is a recent development where the U.S. military is now posting their own photos, and they're like, we don't know what this is.
Right.
Like,
And I think that's the interesting thing to me, is that more people aren't really talking about that. It's like
we kind of talk about so many things that go on in the world, but
Well,
like I
I
feel
think
like
there's
that's
still-
like too unbelievable that we can't like,
There's still a stigma. I feel like if
Yeah.
you.
like people think you're a little crazy.
Yeah, they think you're a little nuts. Like if you say that you saw a UFO, or because wasn't there like a football player who recently said he saw one, but he retracted the statement? I saw like that on like the news recently. I don't know who he was. I don't follow football. If you're not like gymnastics or ice skating or
If it was like
tennis, I don't
Serena
follow.
Williams,
Right,
you know,
yeah, I don't
he would know
follow.
the whole story.
Right, I
he would know the
would.
backstory from 10 years
so
ago.
Serena saw a UFO in her backyard.
I was like,
and
oh, girl, did you? Yeah, I feel like there's still a stigma of like saying, so With that being said, when we were in Palm Springs, one of our friends said that, he has had an experience of being abducted or remembers, I don't know how long ago it would have been, but he's not ashamed to say it. He's like, yeah, it happened. It's part of my life.
Yeah, we were talking about that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. Like, he's not crazy.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I just think, like, when somebody says that with that much confidence and they don't care, like, they're like, I don't care if people believe me. Like, I'm just like, that's not like, oh my God, did that really actually happen? Because that's kind of nuts.
I mean, you can't say that it didn't just because it didn't happen to you. I mean, there is that one show, what was it, Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix? Because you watched it too.
Yes.
And there was an episode about that town where everybody says that they've had this experience of being abducted by aliens. They all kind of have the same story.
They were all pretty credible too. It was like kind of crazy to watch. It was like, okay, here's like nice, normal, older woman who, could be a librarian or something.
Susan.
It's always a new
Susan.
Karen.
She was like, I've never talked about this before. And then so I mean, there's two things, right? There's like the intelligent alien thing, the abductions, whatever. But then there's also, what if it's just like kind of, space junk or like an unmanned drone or something like that?
Right,
Like,
because there's so much shit out there.
We've sent how many, things into space and we've lost contact with. Eventually, that's probably going to land somewhere, and they're going to be like a UFO,
right?
And it's just our shit.
I know, but then that makes you think, okay, that's like someone's shit from another planet. Like that's
what if our shit's landing in other people's? Like, there's aliens.
It's retaliation. Yeah, they're like, we're going to fire some stuff back at these ones. We are sick of your crap.
You get our junk now.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. I don't know. It just, because what was that area, whatever that is?
Area 51.
That you still
Nevada,
can't go
right?
there, right? Like you can't.
Or is it Nevada or Arizona?
It's Nevada.
Nevada, okay.
You can only get so close to it still, right?
I think so. And like the guy that we were talking to, him and his boyfriend were at, they went to some tour, an alien tour in Arizona.
That came up too.
It was in Sedona.
Oh, that's Roswell.
They were in Sedona, and they went. I don't know where they went.
They went on some alien tour. I don't know where, but
it sounds like maybe Roswell.
It could have been. I don't know. They told us, but I can't remember the exact name.
Paranormal activity.
Yeah, like you had to wear like these glasses and.
So he said at first when they started the tour that he thought it was going to be cheesy by like the way the girl was talking and this, but like once they went on it, he's like, they're like full belief, like all the stuff that they saw, like these like big orb stations where like in the up in the mountains where like things were like going in and out and things and like all this stuff. Yeah, they're like that spacecraft that's like landing and like going in and out of there like in certain parts. I don't know. It sounds like is it a gimmick? But he was like pretty convinced afterwards.
Adam, that sounds like bullshit. Okay, please do not bring your nonsense to this conversation. Okay. We're trying to have a serious discussion here about scientific discussion about UFOs.
Okay. I think we need to go visit.
Take your orb out of here.
I need to be on the site, like investigating.
I'm like, why can't we go all the way up there? Skeptics. Why do we have to look at it from afar? Can we go check it out? Like, what's going on up there? Like, if I was on a tour, I would be wondering why we're not doing the tour where the
it seems like that'd be more.
I mean, I'm sure that's a question you could probably ask the tour guide, who would have to have an answer, because I would imagine many people have asked that question.
It's never come up. I don't actually even know how to get out there.
I don't really know what we're doing out here.
Yeah, right. That's a really good question. Let me get back to you.
Let me get you a feedback card.
Right. I'm like, where's your suggestion box?
It's right over here.
Yeah, I would.
This orb pill.
Right. I don't know. That would be interesting. We should do a little bit more research on that.
Yeah, for sure. But so basically we all believe that there's other life out there, right?
There has to be, right? Now, whether it's life like us, I don't know. But there's got to be. We can't be the only ones.
So we talked about this before. Like, if there was and they came here, would you want to meet them?
No.
No?
No.
Would you?
I would a little bit.
Why?
I just want to know. I just want to know what they look like.
What if they eat you or something.
Okay, now
Okay,
that you
well,
said
like
that.
I would only want to meet them if I would like knew.
Can you do that Twilight Zone sound?
Okay, right.
We're due for another sound effect.
You know what? Let me just go ahead and give you a Twilight because I'm going to segue into the Twilight Zone.
Was that the end of the last one?
Yeah, but it was still the Twilight Zone because
Yeah, I didn't recognize it either. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's from the Twilight Zone. Y'all need to get it together. Because, listen, if you don't watch the original Twilight Zone show that was black and white, you need to go and watch it because it's got some really amazing episodes that are still very relevant to this day. And they've done separate ones on aliens, but there was this one episode called To Serve Man. And I just watched it the other day, as a matter of fact, because there was a marathon on. And the aliens come to the United States. And they are like, we're here in peace. We're going to help you guys fix the problems that you have, famine, all this stuff. And so they start, making making like not just the U.S., but the world. They start making the world like, because they present this to the United Nations and all this stuff, but they make it better. They end famine and all this kinds of stuff. So then they start saying, "Oh, we want to have you guys come visit our planet. We want to start bringing people here," and so people start going. But they leave this book, right, that nobody can decipher. So there was these scientists trying to decipher the book. So finally they decipher the book, and it's called To Serve Man. And they're basically taking us to their planet, and they ended hunger and all that stuff so they can fatten us up because we're part of their cookbook. It was a cookbook. And they were eating.
There's a Simpsons episode about that.
So they must have gotten it from Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
So weird.
Kane and Kodos try to eat them.
And then there's also another one where it's reverse, where this this flying saucer lands on this lady's house, in her attic, and she goes up there and she gets an axe and it's small, but she's and there's this little alien creature and she destroys it and stuff like that. But it turns out that that flying saucer is the Americans, and she's a big giant creature. It's so crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Twilight Zone. So anyways, crazy. After seeing those, no, I do not want to meet them.
Yeah, I don't. I was saying unless they're super nice and very smart and maybe have a cure for coronavirus or something. Unless those three
those are the top criteria.
Those three things are met, I think it's a no.
Yeah, I don't think it would be something that
I would be so. How could you not want to? I don't want to go up to meet. I want to just see them. I just want to see the. I don't want to be right there, but I want to see what they look like.
Sure, yeah, picture.
No, I want to see them in person.
See, you're like those people on those summer blockbuster movies, because every summer when people can go to the movies, there's always one about the aliens coming over and destroying the world. You'd be one of those people that
the first one dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I would maybe make it a few hours.
I just wouldn't go. I do not.
I just wouldn't do that.
Well, I don't need to meet them. I don't know. I feel like you would never know. I don't know. Maybe I've just watched too much movies and TV to where I'm just kind of jaded about And what if they're not cute?
What if I can't hook up with
them? Or maybe you already have. Maybe they're already amongst us.
What if they're super lame?
What
if they're super lame? What if they're boring?
Yeah.
Well, I always thought the movie E.T. was creepy. Everybody thought E.T. was a really cool movie.
Yeah. I hated that movie.
I thought it was creepy. I thought E.T. was creepy.
I didn't really feel any way about it. I didn't watch it a lot when I was a kid, but I watched it.
If I
didn't think it was bad, but I didn't love it.
But if I had seen that little alien as a kid, I would have been terrified and not thought that he was cute.
I really liked, what was that one with Amy Adams? Where she's a linguist and she translates. The aliens are peaceful. And she has to translate for them. And they only use their tentacles to
this is a newer movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
I have
the
no
name.
idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it's a good movie. You'd like it.
But I can rest assure you,
Whatever
those
it's
movies will
called.
be completely different if it was black people in the cast.
Ain't nobody would be doing anything.
Nobody doing
like,
anything.
it'd be like, no, nothing. You guys would be so safe.
Like I said, it's Amy Adams, just the whitest possible human. They're like, let's send the whitest person in there, Amy Adams.
Right.
So that movie was called Arrival.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
It's a good one. You should watch it.
Yeah, I liked it. It got 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a large number for Rotten Tomatoes.
I think
And
it's
it's-
because it was like she's like a linguist. That was the interesting part about it. It was like an alien movie, but it was with a very different spin.
Oh, so it was, and it was a serious movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was touching.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
was.
I mean, even like going to space, I like if they started like having trips to go to space, I don't think I'd want to do that either.
Oh no.
So
See, I would want to do it too.
Why?
what are you
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
up there? Ain't nothing
I
to
just
do.
want to see.
There's no bar.
There is no dance
gay
club.
bar. There's no circuit party.
You can't flirt with
But what
nobody.
there was, you know what? Leave it to the gays. They'll throw a circuit party on the moon one day. I swear to God.
And people would totally go. It would be sold.
Then
out.
you guys would go. You know what? I'd be like,
Yeah.
No, I would let you go first. I need people to go before me to make sure that things are okay and you're coming back.
We'd send Uri.
Right. You would.
So I actually,
He'd be the first one. He'd come back and he'd be like, not worth your time.
Right. Exactly. But he would give us an honest answer.
Yeah, it'd be the honest answer. You can bank on it, whatever that answer
was
is.
it too hot up there?
You probably like, they didn't have
too
no
cold.
air. There was no air.
There's no air conditioning. The drinks were terrible. Took forever to get an Uber.
This has been the common thing. Right.
Space Ubers are the worst. SpaceX.
It takes like 4 years.
And guess what? You still have to wear a mask up there.
Seriously.
Well, no, we don't have to wear one here now.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that, but we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully,
We'll see how that goes for us.
I know, we'll see how that goes.
High hopes.
Maybe an alien will come down first and help us out for the next dance party or something.
No, I feel like I have the idea in my mind that I would want to go into space, but if I actually tried to do it, I get bad motion sickness, so I just can't imagine like how it would feel to like not. There wouldn't be gravity. I feel like I would just throw up everywhere all the time.
Oh, man, what a
just
nightmare.
Yeah.
Be stuck with the guy throwing up in the space shuttle. Kill me.
Seriously.
Just eject right out into space.
Like,
They would
I'd
have to
rather
have,
that
they would have to
this.
have things to do up there first.
They just do science. They do.
Well, I wouldn't
lab
go for
experiments.
just that. I would be bored to death.
I know. It's not for us, honey. We're keep our feet planted right here on
Right.
solid ground.
I need things to do. I'm like, well, what are we going to do? Are we going out? What am I going to wear?
Yeah. A fucking spacesuit. You have one from Halloween.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You're already prepared.
Oh, but mine is like, yeah, it'd be cute, be real tight and wear some cute boots.
Got your moon boots.
Right. You can wear,
How'd you get a pink one?
you can wear a harness.
Oh, I made it. I made it myself.
Like
Right.
Louis Vuitton came out with this, and
You can wear a little harness.
I need this new bag for when we go to the moon.
You're joking, but you need a bag for every occasion.
I know.
Bags are very necessary. Immerse.
know.
Anyways,
Anywho,
I don't know.
is there anything else?
I'm gonna.
aliens,
My final
UFOs?
thoughts on aliens are no. I don't think I want to meet them. Do I think we're the only people or beings? No. We can't possibly be.
I mean, like, even though sometimes I meet people, I'm like, maybe they're an alien because they're weird.
Yeah, there's some people I meet.
It's true. I've got something to tell you. I've been fattening you up.
Right, okay. Y'all need to watch that episode. And LA is the perfect place for like aliens, vampires, all the things, you know. It's like the perfect place for that kinds of stuff because you can blend right in.
Wasn't like New Orleans?
Oh, New
Isn't that,
Orleans.
like, a thing
They're probably
too?
the best.
Is it like supposed to be like weird there?
Yeah, they supposedly have like ghosts and things.
Goblins.
Goblins.
There's no goblins in New Orleans. You dingus. What do you think New Orleans is? It's just a city.
It sounded like he was going to say ghostly goblin.
Oh no, not another New Orleans goblin. Oh, they just run around in the streets like crazy here.
He's crazy. Yeah, it's
People probably
goblins.
think we are like high or something.
Well,
We're not. Well, some people might be. I'm not. But I'm like,
Just having some wine.
no. I actually am having I'm having tequila. Like
Crazy.
Ginger. No,
it's you don't work tomorrow, you bitch.
Yeah, it's really light. Listen, I needed one. So
so there.
So boom. Like,
all right.
So that was my final thoughts. What are you guys' final thoughts on those?
I mean, we took it much further than I was expecting, to be honest, with the whole alien abduction thing. But I mean, I think the most interesting thing to me that I'm watching is this recent shift by the U.S. government with the military in just being very honest about the fact that there's like kind of a lot of UFOs that they don't know what they are, and that's a really interesting development. And I just sure hope it's not another country that's not friendly to us.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is, because I don't think they would bring it up if it was.
True.
I think they would hide that even harder. So who knows? I think it's interesting though, and we'll see what that task force comes up with.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you guys just said.
I know. I think we started off thinking this was going to be really serious.
I know. But like one time I saw one of the when I lived in Oceanside, I saw like one of the missiles get shot. Like you know how like sometimes that happens.
And what did you think?
I literally thought it was some type of space thing, like on UFO, and I was like, oh my gosh! And then you Google it, and a little bit later, and it's like, oh, that wasn't that. It was, but in my mind, it was at the time. Like, is that a UFO? Like, what could it be? I was so confused.
Yeah, but even if you saw, like, I don't know, like if you saw, you didn't panic, even if you saw something, because in our mind, your thought that like, cannot possibly be.
It can't be. It can't be. So you just,
So you wouldn't think. Yeah. You wouldn't think. You're just like, that can't be.
Yeah. But yeah, I believe in the fact that there's probably other life out there. I just don't know if they'll ever make it here. So anyway, we should move on to our last segment.
Okay.
All right.
Ma'am, what do you think?
All righty. Josh, you are going to be the first one to answer this. I'm going to pick a card. And you're going to pick a card, and then I'm going to read it.
And then Adam is going to read it to you.
Okay, they're selected.
Okay, this is a decent one.
It's a decent one.
Ma'am, what do you think about having friends with benefits sex?
I've never done that. I'm just kidding. No, I think that's great. That can fill a part of your life, literally and figuratively. If you maybe just don't have enough time for a full relationship and the other person doesn't either, like I've been in that kind of situation where you're both just like, there's just no way or no interest in, because relationships are just a shit ton of work.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you're just like, let's maybe do it halfway. Mm-hmm. That's when you end up with friends with benefits. Yeah. So I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, my motto is...
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying my motto in life is, sometimes everybody needs to be touched. So...
Stop touching me.
Only when you want to be touched.
I know, right? So. Everybody needs to be touched.
Get away
and you
from
know
me.
what I mean? Mm-hmm. So... I mean, I'm here for it. I feel like, same thing. Sometimes, a relationship isn't plausible. So... you still need to be touched. So sometimes having like a regular person where the intimacy is there if you need it, or just the sex if you need it, is good. I'm currently taking applications for
a friends with benefit role.
I'll take at least 2 to 3. No, that's
or are you taking applications? Are you applying? Are you both?
No, I mean, I guess I could do both. I mean, I'm open to... whatever. I guess it depends on who it is. So, because the relationship thing doesn't seem to be happening right now. Yeah. So that being said, I can go down the FWB.
I'll take anything I can get.
Open to all thoughts and opinions.
Listen all for my Instagram at the end.
Star me.
Go check out my pictures.
You like what you see?
I don't know. No, I'm here for it though. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, personally. What about you, Adam?
I feel like I used to not really like the idea of it because I always felt like there would be more expectations at some point. I think now I'm more open to it, probably because I've been in this situation a little bit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's cool, but I feel like I was always just so concerned that somebody would get wrapped up in feelings, and so I just didn't.
That's a possibility.
Wanted to avoid that at all costs, you know.
That could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not bad getting like, well, like if you guys kind of both start going to that direction, then I guess it could be a good thing, and then you can make it into something else. But
Yeah.
if you go into it both wanting the same things, and you know,
If the expectations are like clear up front, there are none.
yeah, right,
That it works
exactly.
for me. But yeah, relationships are hard, and I haven't been in one forever, and the thought of being in one kind of is scary.
A little scary.
Yeah.
A little scary.
a little scared.
Yeah.
A little scared.
You're like, oh, I have to stay at home. I can't go. No, that's not
Just like
even,
having to take someone else into account all the time.
All the
like,
time.
Now I don't consider myself a super selfish person, but I am somewhat selfish.
You gotta go buy you some food and come back and be like, oh, I didn't get you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you hungry? I
Forgot about you.
You're here.
Yeah,
I live here.
We've been married for 4 years.
yeah, no, you really
I'm starving.
He's just a skeleton.
Right.
Maybe that's your problem. Is you're just
Selfish.
actually not a good boyfriend because you don't buy food.
No, I mean, I would buy someone a snack,
No, but you always have to
maybe.
think about somebody else.
You do. You have to. It's like once you're in a serious relationship that is going to be a long-term thing, you always have to take into account what they're doing. And it's a weird thought for me because it's been like quite a few years that I haven't had to do that. So I don't know. Anywho.
To
Well, that's what we think about that.
yeah.
I think that wraps up the episode today, guys. But please follow us at Adam and Steve Podcast, or you can follow Steve
At Green Eye Steve.
or me at Adman2005. Josh, where can they follow you?
The app called Instagram. Username Josh_UH.
Oh, that's a hard one.
You got that? It's like Joshua.
Oh, yeah.
Get it?
And do you have any parting words for our listeners?
Go get your coronavirus vaccine.
Do it.
Because
Or
those masks are coming off, bitch.
Right? I'm already taking mine out.
if you don't want the aliens to come, you'll get a fucking vaccine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. It alien proofs you.
Yeah. Josh said it.
It's a side
He's an
effect.
alien. We already went over this.
we went over that.
But yeah, thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, remember that God made Adam and Eve, but he also made
Adam and Steve.
any problems?
Pray about it.